Are you trying to get to the next level in chess? Or have you been stuck at the same rating? Let me share what you might be missing. That beautiful chart is my actual FIDE rating. I have been stuck for almost a decade. Then suddenly, I won my first tournament ever. 2 months later, I had the worst tournament performance of my life. Complete collapse. Here's what I learned. Chess improvement has layers. Yes, like an onion. We all focus on the top layer, what I call the cycle. Practice a bit, play some games, analyze them, repeat. And that's absolutely right. You should do all of that. So why doesn't it work every time? Why do we plateau for years? Why do we win tournament one month and collapse the next? Because there are two additional layers underneath that we completely forget about. The foundation layer I call the anchor. This covers your mental state, confidence, and motivation. If your anchor is dragging, you're not going anywhere. The middle layer is the engine. Are you actually in the learning zone? Are you at all using the tools that can speed you up and win games? Let's break it down. Element number one is mental health, the first element of the foundation layer or the anchor. A calm player learns faster and plays better. A revolutionary concept, I know. Let me share an example. My weekday versus weekend results in the league games last season. During weekends, I won 70% of possible points. Beautiful chess. But during weekdays after work, 0 out of 6 games. 0. Against similarly rated opponents, my day job is demanding and my evening chess is terrible. Finally, a few weeks ago, after a 4-hour game, I got my first weekday draw. It felt like a personal victory. Now, ideally, you would be in optimal shape. Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana work out regularly because chess is physically demanding. But let's be realistic. You probably have a job, family, responsibilities. Not all can hire a personal trainer. So here's the minimum. Sleep enough and don't be too stressed when playing. Element number two is confidence. I could have included this under mental health, but it's so important it deserves its own section. Too little confidence will lead to making only safe moves. Too much confidence will cause careless blunders. When I won my first tournament in August, I felt invincible. 4 wins, 1 grandmaster draw in the final round to secure first place. None of my opponents had a better position at any point in 5 games. I have even beaten the first seed who earned his FM title just 2 months later. 2 months later, I had my worst performance ever. 0 out of 5. Complete disaster. My chess skills, nearly identical. The key difference, lost confidence. Even managed to lose a completely winning position in the last round. I've seen this with my son too. He had a 2300 level performance in May. In October, 1600. Same kid, same training. The key difference was his confidence level. It is part of your chess skill, and it's so fragile, you need to handle it with care. Element number 3 is motivation and includes accountability. One thing I learned in business, what you track is what you get. If you don't set an objective and share it with someone, if you don't compete with your former self or challenge someone else, what will push you when you need a push? Let me do it first. My FIDE rating is currently 1800. I want to achieve at least 1900 by the end of 2026. Half that gap by mid-year. I'm saying this loudly and publicly because I need the accountability, the external pressure, the gentle threat of public embarrassment. If you're also the type who needs a push sometimes, and let's be honest, we all are, join the Adult Improver Alliance. It's a community on Facebook where we gently hold each other accountable. No judgment, a few jokes perhaps. Link in the description. Let's improve together. Element number 4 is the learning zone, the first element in the engine layer. Most players live in the comfort zone without even noticing. It feels good, safe, predictable. Blitz addiction, same openings, same habits. It gives you zero growth. I stayed there for years. Played 1 or 2 tournaments a year plus a few league games. Zero expectations and disappointment, but also zero growth and minimum rating gain. On the other side is the panic zone, a forest fire that consumes everything. Too much stress, too many expectations, not enough recovery. You don't learn here, you only survive. Been there in my worst tournament. It was a team competition and I tried too hard to get the result and help the team. It didn't work at all. Real improvement happens in the middle, in the learning zone. For me, it started when I played a good tournament at the beginning of 2025 and got 3rd place in Sligo. I suddenly got the ambition to do something about my chess. So I started playing more. 2025 was the first year that I played more than 2 classical tournaments. I tested some new openings. I even played Alekhine at one point. A few good results led me to playing higher level master tournaments, which helped me learn even more. If you want to improve faster, you need to make more mistakes and learn from them. You win or you learn, and you need to learn. Try new ideas, make mistakes. That's where progress hides. Element number 5 is pattern recognition. The simple patterns are tactical, like mating with 2 rooks or backrack checkmate. Then endgame patterns like opposition in a pawn ending. More complex would be treatment of isolated queen's pawn, for example. The more patterns you know, your internal chess engine works better, and you need to spend less time calculating. Do you know why Hikaru or Magnus are so good at blitz? They recognize a huge number of patterns and they don't need to calculate. They just see the idea immediately. Element number 6, calculation. What is it about calculations that top players do better? Can they really calculate 20 moves in advance? Not really. But there are 3 things that make them better than you and me. First, they will recognize many patterns that we want. Secondly, their intuition is more developed as they played more, and their intuition is sometimes just based on a forgotten experience from a past game. And finally, yes, they can calculate more than us mortals. Because they practiced more, all chess aspects, including the calculation. I am personally struggling with calculating sometimes, especially when my confidence is lower, and I don't believe my maths 100%. Element number 7 is study or practice. First element in what I call the cycle. You play, you review your games and figure out where you got it wrong, then improve it by intentionally studying that part. Oh yes, you will need to study a bit. There are many books about the chess practice. Overall, you should target your weak spots. Find what you don't do well and focus your practice deliberately on that area. If most of your games end because you blundered, do some tactical puzzles. If you just started entering endgames and have no idea what to do, look at some basic pawn and rook endgames. The game review will tell you what your weak spots are. Element number 8 seems obvious. Yes, you do need to play chess to improve your chess play. The key here is finding a balance between too many games and too little games, and the balance between long games and only blitz games. What is the balance for you, only you can tell. But the general rule is you need to play enough and you need to play longer games. Blitz and bullet are exciting, but they can get you only so far. Element number 9 is review, or the feedback loop. Wins make you feel good. Losses are feedback that can make you better. You will hear in chess very often, you win or you learn. Make it happen for your chess. Honest review and analysis of your games will show you which area or areas to improve. You do that and your result will improve. An example, do you know what is your win rate with your opening as black against d4? Are you happy with it? If not, that is an area to look at. In 2026, maybe we won't become grandmasters, but we surely can gain 100 to 200 points each, over rating, of course. I invite you to join me to improve our chess together. You can subscribe and here join the Adult Improver Alliance Facebook group. Link is in the description.